Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to start a new daily practice session on important name reactions and organic reagents. Right? We already taking a series of inorganic chemistry from Hui and other books. Right? That video series will also continue, but this daily practice session will include important name reactions from and the questions based on them from CSIR, NET and GATE. Right? So first we will take benzoin condensation, benzyl benzylic acid rearrangement reaction. We will take important points about these two reactions and a question based on these two reactions, right? And this question is from CSIR NET. First we will take benzoin condensation. What type of organic compounds can show benzoin condensation? It can be shown by mostly aldehyde. In general, it is shown by carbonyls, both aldehyde and ketone, but aromatic aldehydes are very good substrate for it. If you are using a aliphatic aldehyde with cyanide, this cyanide can be provided by in form of KCN, NaCN, HCN, right? So it will show formation of cyanohydrin. Aliphatic aldehyde will show formation of cyanohydrin. But if you are using the same cyanide with aromatic aldehyde, it will not show formation of cyanohydrin, but it will preferentially show benzoin condensation reaction. And most of the time in this reaction we will use KCN. So first step is, I can write this benzaldehyde molecule like this. So this KCN will provide Cn minus. This Cn minus will attack on this carbon. This bond will shift here on carbonyl. It will have a negative charge and Cn will attach here. And in next step, this proton will transfer to this OH, to this O minus. It will become OH and we will have carbanion here. Right, this carbanion can be stabilized by this Cn. That is why this proton will shift here and we will get a negative charge on this carbon. Next step is, this carbanion will attack on another molecule of benzaldehyde or any other aldehyde, aromatic aldehyde present in the reaction mixture. It can attack on it. So this reaction is very simple when we have only one type of aldehyde present in the reaction mixture. But when we have more than one type of aldehyde, then which will be attacked by Cn minus first. So we will take that later, but first step is it will attack on another molecule of benzaldehyde. So this carbanion will attack on it. This bond will shift here. It will become O minus. You can write it down C6H5. We will have OH here and Cn here. Right, now this proton will transfer from this OH to this O minus. We have oxygen with negative charge. Now this negative charge will shift here and Cn will be removed. This will become final molecule, right? So as I have told you earlier that this reaction is very simple when we have only single type of aromatic aldehyde present in the molecule. But when we have mixture of aldehyde, means you can say it cross benzoin condensation reaction, then what you will do, for example in this case. So how you will decide this Cn minus will attack on this carbonyl or it will attack on this benzaldehyde? So one important thing is, whenever you have whenever you have electron donating group at ortho or para position of aldehyde, aromatic aldehyde, then this electron donating group will make your, suppose this is your aromatic compound and it is attached with this carbonyl, this aldehyde, and it is attached with the electron donating group, right? Suppose I have CH3 here, so it will provide electrons to this ring, means it making this carbonyl more electron rich. This carbon will become more electron rich, and what we want that this Cn should attack on this carbon. If this carbon already has higher electron density, then this Cn cannot easily attack on it, right? So rate of reaction decreases if I have electron donating group at ortho or para position. Rate of reaction decreases. At the same time, if I have an electron withdrawing group at ortho or at para position, then what will become? Then first step will be easy, that the cyanide Cn minus will attack on it. But after this step, when I will generate a carbanion from it, when I will generate a carbanion like this carbanion will not be effective because it is close to an electron withdrawing group. So it will pull electron density towards it and making it less nucleophilic in nature. So this will also decrease the rate of reaction. Both type of groups are decreasing the rate of reactions. So what we should do? Generally, Cn minus attack on carbonyl, which can generate more nucleophilic carbanion. So we have to check that whenever we have a group close to our aldehyde, which will make it more electron rich, means a electron donating group, then this Cn minus should attack on this. We will go preferentially with this type of molecule, with the type of aldehyde in which we have a group which will make our carbanion more nucleophilic in nature. What I want to say, suppose I have this Cn minus, so this Cn minus can attack on this aldehyde or it can attack on this one. Suppose I am first attacking on benzaldehyde. This is the first step when it is reacting with it, right? So what type of carbanion it will generate? I am directly writing the carbanion generated. It will generate this carbanion, and if it will attack on this one, this will generate, suppose, second type of carbanion. This is my second carbanion. Now you can easily decide that which out of these two will be more nucleophilic in nature. This one, because I have a group here which will show plus I effect and making it more nucleophilic in nature. Why I want it to be more nucleophilic? Because I want to use this carbanion in second step when it will attack on this aldehyde. What is the second step? That it will attack on this one. If it is less electron rich, electron density is poor, so it cannot effectively attack on this one. More nucleophilic carbanion is needed. Only remember this point. Next, again the same question. We have two type of aldehyde here, so we have to decide that which will be attacked first. If I am using Cn minus, then this Cn minus can attack on this one. Suppose it is attacking on this carbon, or it can attack on this one, right? If I am attacking this on this carbon, then when I will generate a carbanion, suppose this is my carbanion, this is the carbanion, this negative charge can be delocalized over this benzene ring. It is stabilized by this benzene ring, so its electron density is somehow decreased. But when I will attack this Cn minus on this glyoxal molecule, what type of carbanion I will get? I am directly writing the carbanion generated. This is the carbanion. It is more effective to be acted as a nucleophile, right? So we will use this step. So first we will generate this molecule, then it will attack on this, bond will shift here, then this proton will transfer from this oxygen to this oxygen, this negative charge will shift here, and this Cn will be removed, right? We will get this molecule. Again the same reaction will be followed because this time we will use this CHO. It will first Cn minus will attack on this, then it will generate a carbanion which will attack on this aldehyde, right? So we will get this one. Now what you can do, you can shift this proton from this to, it can be shifted from this carbon to this oxygen. Similarly this proton will be shifted. Why this step will take place? Because it will cause generation of aromaticity in this molecule, right? So it is making it more stable in nature. We will get this one as final molecule. So this is all about benzoin condensation. Whenever you have very highly electron withdrawing group attached on a aldehyde, aromatic aldehyde, or very strong electron donating group attached on a aromatic aldehyde. In both cases reaction will not take place, as we have discussed here that why these two things are decreasing the rate of reaction. So whenever you have a very strong electron donating group attached with your aromatic aldehyde, it will stop this reaction. Similarly, if you have very strong electron donating group attached, it will also stop the reaction. Then we will have benzyl benzylic acid rearrangement. So in benzoin condensation, what we have seen that whenever we are using a aromatic aldehyde, we are generating this type of molecule, right? What we are getting here, it is called benzoin, right? And if you are oxidizing using a oxidizing agent, right, like MnO2, it will cause oxidation of this OH because it is close to this aromatic ring. It is at benzylic position, so this MnO2 can cause its oxidation. Or we can use other type of oxidizing agents like K2Cr2O7, silver or carbonate. So oxidizing agent can convert this OH into carbonyl group. So I will get here benzyl, it is called as benzyl. And if with this benzyl I am using a OH minus basic conditions first, and then in next step we are doing its acidic hydrolysis, then what will be the reaction? This type of reaction will be called as benzyl benzylic acid rearrangement reaction. So first we will take that what type of molecule can show this reaction. So first, this reaction can be shown by 1,2 dicarbonyls, right? What type of conditions are needed? We can use OH minus with acidic hydrolysis, or we can use OR minus with acidic hydrolysis, right? Then these two conditions, in this condition we can get alpha hydroxy carboxylic acid, or if I am using OR minus, then obviously I will get ester of alpha hydroxy carboxylic acid. Then the most important thing and very obvious also, that whenever we are using OH minus and OR minus, these two have negative charge, so they will preferentially attack on a carbonyl group which is electron deficient in nature. We have 1,2 dicarbonyl system, so we have to decide that our OH minus or OR minus will first attack on which carbonyl. So it will preferentially attack electron deficient carbonyl, right? Next we can do easily its mechanism. So out of these two we have both side phenyl group, so we can attack any of these two carbonyl. OH minus will first attack on, suppose, this carbon, this bond will shift here. Now if this negative charge come back to its position, this carbon will become pentavalent, right? So to satisfy the valency of this carbon, we have to migrate a group. If I will remove this OH again, so there will be no result of this reaction. So I will migrate this phenyl ring to this carbon, and this bond will shift to oxygen, right? So what I will get here, this C6H5 is already there, it will become OH. First it will form O minus, then it will take proton, it will become OH, and here you have carboxylic group. So this is alpha hydroxy, at alpha position we have OH group, alpha hydroxy carboxylic acid. This is our final product, and in this case it is called as benzylic acid. That is why it is called as benzyl benzylic acid rearrangement, because we are migrating a group here, right? Next we have this example. So again you have to identify it as benzyl benzylic acid rearrangement. We have 1,2 dicarbonyl system, and we are using first OH minus and then acidic hydrolysis. So this OH minus will suppose attacking on it, this bond will shift here. When it will come back, so this carbon have to migrate here. So we have now 5-membered ring. On this carbon we have here OH, this bond will shift here, it will form O minus, then it will take a proton to form OH, and here we will have carboxylic group, right? This reaction is very interesting. So how you will decide that OH minus will attack on this carbon or it will attack on this one, or you can see it another way, that which aromatic ring will migrate, right? So first way is easier than second way, that you have to decide this OH minus will attack on which carbonyl group. So as I have told you that it will attack on more electron deficient carbonyl group. So this NO2 is at meta position and this one as para position. So at para position it will show minus R effect, and at meta position it can show minus I effect only, right? So this minus R as well as minus I effect at para position, but minus R effect is more stronger than minus I effect, so it will make this carbon more electron deficient in nature. So this OH minus should attack on this carbon. Rest part you can easily do. This bond will shift here, right? And when it will come back, this ring have to migrate to this carbon. When it will come back to its position, this ring have to migrate to this carbon and this bond will shift, right? You can easily do this one. Next we have another example based on same problem. So now we have to decide which ring will be more electron deficient in nature. This is connected with phenyl group, this is connected with the group which is plus R, which will cause plus R effect. So this will make this carbonyl electron rich in nature. That is why this OH minus will attack on this carbon, this bond will shift here, and when it will come back to its position, this phenyl ring have to migrate to this carbon, right? Rest reaction you can easily do. Then next reaction is very interesting. So this reaction is, this time we don't have any 1,2 dicarbonyl system, we have halogen at alpha position. So what type of product we can get in this reaction? First possibility is this is simple. Suppose your benzylic acid rearrangement, this OH minus should attack on this bond will shift here, right? This is the normal reaction. Then in next step, this negative charge will come back to its position, so this carbon have to migrate here and Br will be removed. We will get this type of product. Another possibility is this OH minus is denoting the basic condition, right? So it can remove a acidic proton from alpha position, it can remove this proton. Now you can recognize what type of reaction it is. It is your Favorsky reaction, right? So this negative charge will shift here and this Br is removed. So in first step what we are getting, this one. Then in second step, this OH minus will attack on this carbon, this bond will shift, we will get this type of product. Then this bond will shift here and this will shift here, it will get a proton and this will be your final product. The final product is same in both the steps, both the reaction steps, but you can also have different type of product in other molecules. In this particular case you are getting the same final product, but you may also get different type of product with different molecules. This reaction is called as semi benzylic acid rearrangement, and this one is called as Favorsky rearrangement. We have already take a video on Favorsky rearrangement. If you have not seen that one, you can watch that video, right? So how you will decide that which reaction will be followed? Most of the time this Favorsky reaction is, rearrangement reaction is more favorable. If you have a general type of molecule, when you have alpha proton present in the molecule, then you will have to generate Favorsky rearrangement, or you can write down it directly that when alpha proton is present, then you have to follow Favorsky rearrangement, and if alpha proton is absent, then you will follow semi benzylic acid rearrangement, right? We have to remember this thing. Then next is the question from CSIR NET 2019. You can easily do this reaction now. This is no more difficult. So we have here benzaldehyde. First we are using NaCN. Instead of KCN, we are using here NaCN, which will provide us Cn minus. So it will attack on this carbon. this bond will shift here, right? We will get this product. Then this proton will shift from this carbon to oxygen. We will generate our carbon ion. Now this carbon ion will attack on another molecule of benzaldehyde, because in this reaction they has given us that two benzaldehyde molecules are used. So it will attack on this bond will shift here. Now this proton from this oxygen will migrate to this oxygen, this will shift here, and CN will be removed. So in first part of first step, what you are getting benzoin, right? This reaction is benzoin condensation. The first part is benzoin condensation. Then you are using MnO2. So this MnO2 will oxidize this benzylic OH at benzylic position to carbonyl group, and you will get benzyl first. Then we are using base. So this base will show benzylic acid rearrangement. It will provide OH minus. This OH minus will attack on this carbonyl. This bond will shift here. When this negative charge will come back to its position, this phenyl ring migrate. Then it will take a proton and it will give you benzylic acid. This will be final product, and this reaction, this part of this reaction is called as benzylic acid rearrangement, right? So your correct option will be option number 4th. First A, you will get this one. This is your product A, that is benzyl, and in B you will get benzylic acid. So this reaction was combination of two name reactions, benzoin condensation and benzylic acid rearrangement. This type of question can be asked in GATE and NET, right? They will give you combination of two reactions or a name reagent or name reaction, right? So I hope this video is helpful to you. Next we will in next video we will take another name reaction. So keep watching and share my videos with your friends. Thank you so much.